on deployment for 16 months. But in the States, I trained for like 3 months desert training. I was in air assault too, so I went on a lot of Blackhawks most of the time. Go on air assault missions to and from base, from Beasley to Baghdad, so a lot came with that. And I was working on communications on the Blackhawk, then I might be having to switch in mid-flight to, shorter gunner, stuff like that. Which I really, I didn't sign up for this, but hey, if you do what you gotta do, so. My favorite was just working with the technology you have. Like, you could hear and you could see for miles and what's around you. And just seeing like the landscape of the desert for like miles and miles of just nothing but flat surface. And then out of nowhere you see this little clay hut with the little herd of camels. And that's their life. When I was in Kuwait, it got to 129. And I my watch even melted. Like, you could barely walk at 129 degrees. Like, everything's wrapped up. You can barely see. You're trying to breathe. Like, you're like breathing in like straight. Just imagine breathing. Set your oven to 129, stick your head in there and try to breathe. If you move, you need all your strength. My least favorite assignment was recovering our downed Blackhawks. Part of our unit would go out and we get shot down. Even if that's Cuban Humvees, we'd go out there, secure the area until the Marines show up. And just recovering, because the thing about recovering, you either salvage what you can and then burn and destroy the rest. I remember being just covered in ashes, and I remember just picking up my friend's helmet, and then his top of his head, it was burned off on his skull. Like, the top was just straight the top of his skin, and the helmet. I will never forget that. It's burned in my memory. It's because that could have been me. I just decided not to go out. We switched missions at that time because I didn't want to go in the morning when I want to go in the evening. And flying was nothing to me by that time. But ever since that happened, I didn't get on a Blackhawk after that. Well, after that, I came back home. Decided, I was kind of lost for a little bit because I didn't know what I wanted to do, just because I was gone for so long. I didn't see my life past anything. I'm like, this is my life. I'm like, when I came back to being a civilian, it was hard for me to actually, I had so many choices. I lived in a 2-mile radius for over a year. So it was kind of hard. And so I slowly just figured out what I wanted to do. And I'm currently now just going to school at our institute for digital film and video production. And my goal is to be a cinematographer or director. But I'm starting to get into editing and acting. So you can kind of say I'm getting into a lot of things right now. And the people I met out here, they keep, they motivate me too. So it's not easy getting back into doing stuff that you want to do.
Turn it up and let it bang, 'cause everything is everything. We keep it gangsta, never change, never change. What you got on turn it up and let it bang, 'cause everything is everything. We keep it gangsta, never change, never change.
I remember gang fights on the blacktop over crab dice, trying to get my last sacks off cold crack ice. Gangsta world, I see it through my gangsta eyes. Gangsta girls.